How's it going, everyone? We are back with another weekly watch list. Going to be covering QQQ, SPY, IWM, ES, NQ, and SPX. You know, the usual. So thank you so much for tuning in. Again, this is a little over a year now of doing these watch lists. It's fucking crazy. Time fucking flies. But I do appreciate every single one of you for taking the time out of your day to check out the watch list. If you do enjoy it, please consider dropping a comment, dropping a like, maybe even subscribing. But anyways, without further ado, let's get right into it. I do want to make today's video a little bit more concise. I feel like they've been getting a little bit long, so I'm trying to keep them under like 8 minutes. That would be ideal. So let's start things off at QQQ, all right? So QQQ is approaching all-time highs finally, okay? We do have daily supply up here on QQQ. So I'm probably going to adjust this supply zone to be to the wick here, as I've been doing, as I've shown in recent videos, for 1 hour and 4 hour supply zones and demand zones as well, using the wick instead of just body open and closes. So anyways, we do have daily supply on QQQ up here at this 500. Again, another whole psych number as well. So seems pretty obvious for a reject as we creep closer and closer to it. So at the wick of this daily candle here, it looks like it's going to be around 499.36, 499.40, somewhere around there. So I will adjust that level off camera here, but that's going to be like an area I'm looking for a reject. But of course, we need to dig through our current supply we're going through right now. So at the moment, we have 4 hour supply here. And as you can see, I do have the supply zone drawn all the way out to the wick here. So we have a 4 hour supply zone just above our previous day high and our previous day low. So again, as I mentioned every video, that's the first range I'm always going to be looking at for a break or a break and retest for direction for that day. If we stay between the previous day's range, yeah, not ideal, right? So if we come open up here on Monday and we do not exit this range here, maybe we open right in between the range, that's already going to be a low probability day. If we say we open up Monday maybe at or above the previous day high, I'm going to be looking for us to reject this supply zone or get above it, right? So if we open near or below the previous day low, I'm going to look us to test this demand zone down here at 491, 490. So that's going to be my levels that I have on watch for QQQ. As we have previous day high, previous day low, but we have first up, we have this supply zone here on the 4 hour. So we have our 4 hour wick drawn. We can take it down to the 2 hour as well. We have our 2 hour wick drawn. And I believe this last one is going to be 1 hour or just a 2 hour body. I just want to double check. Head over to that real quick. It's going to be the 1 hour wick. So we have a 4 hour wick, a 2 hour wick, and a 1 hour wick in this 4 hour supply zone. So if we do get above, sure, you could potentially take a break and retest to go long above this previous day high. But with all the supply up here, it's definitely higher risk. I'm going to be looking for a rejection at one of these levels here in the supply zone, okay? So as far as demand goes, hold on, Thinkorswim. They did say there was going to be problems because they're doing maintenance at the moment. But let's see, as far as demand, again, my demand zones are usually previous day lows that just have not been retested. So the first areas I'm going to be looking for, as I mentioned, is 491.19, 491.76. Below that, I have 487. So if I take it over to the 15-minute, as you can see, they are simply just previous day lows, right? So this comes back from Thursday. It was also a high on Wednesday, a nice little flip there from resistance to support. And again, below that, 487.57. So you can see it's very, very clear, right? Zone to zone moves are what we're looking for, okay? So that's going to be QQQ. Obviously, NQ is going to be the same thing. And again, as you can see, look at this range here that we just had. I mean, this is untradeable. You know, I did not take any trades, obviously, on Friday because of that disgrace. So again, you know, if you guys are watching this, again, I've obviously made plenty of mistakes in the past trading action just like this. It's horrific. I mean, take a look at this candle right here. You have a 1 hour candle on Q2 back to back, very bearish looking candles on the 1 hour. And look at the next candle. I mean, it's just disgusting. It's just as disgusting as it possibly gets. Obviously, it was OPEX Friday, so that definitely played a role. So same thing on NQ, right? 4 hour supply. I also marked them on NQ as well because sometimes we might be approaching that level on NQ or ES before we actually hit it on QQQ. So that's important to remember, okay? And then I have this demand zone. I just need to remember if it was, 1 hour, 4 hour, or 2 hour demand. It's on here somewhere. It's also from last week as well. I believe it was this 1 hour wick that I had. Yeah, it is. So this 1 hour wick we had this 1 hour demand zone. We came down, we wicked it perfectly here on the previous week on Thursday. So I am keeping it on the chart for now as a big zone that I'm going to look to see break before looking short, right? I'm not going to be looking at shorts unless we break this level here, right? I'm not even going to read the NQ levels by the numbers at this point. They're just too damn long. You can just see them on the chart as I gloss over them. As far as other demand zones on NQ, looking at the 2 hour here, we do have a very, very clear one right here, as you can see. And for this one, 20,104, right? Up to the wick and all the way down to 20,054. So if we do break below this zone here, I'll be looking at shorts down to this next demand zone, okay? So let's head over to SPX first. SPX, as you guys know, I keep very, very simple. I just mark previous day high, previous day low, and it works extremely well as confluence. I always say to myself, man, if I just traded SPX, yeah, I might even be even better trader because these levels work so well. Guys, if you guys are trading SPY, even QQQ, just mark the previous day high and previous day low on SPX. It will be a game changer for you, right? If you're looking at a SPY trade, you're looking to go long, but we're approaching a key level of resistance on SPX. You don't want to long SPY into resistance on SPX and vice versa for support, right? You don't want to be shorting into support on SPX if you're trading QQQ or SPY. If you're going to be looking for a short position and we're heading into a demand or a support on SPX, you're not going to want to take that short on SPY or QQQ or even ES, of course. So previous day high, previous day low is always in red. And then if that level stayed as a good level, I just keep it on the chart as white. And as you know, my blue levels are always my potential levels. I'll use them potentially as profit targets. If I'm going to go short here, I'm still going to short. I'm not just, even though this level is very close, because it's a potential level. I could look to take some off here if we get a reaction, but we're more than likely going to be headed back to this next key level. And these levels on SPX have been fire recently. So I've been really happy with that. Let's head over to SPY. Thinkorswim is definitely acting really slow. It is because it's going through maintenance. So that is something to fucking annoy me right now. But heading over to SPY, let's over to the 15-minute first, just so we can see. Previous day high, okay? Previous day low. Again, another really pretty shitty day of action. This previous day low does come from a previous resistance. So we had resistance. It was a pivot area here on Tuesday, and then it was pretty much a high here on Wednesday, and then it became support on Friday. So this looks like a good zone under here. We got plenty of room down to my next support at 578. And then same thing with SPY. We do have supply just above. I just need to double check which zone I have it originally marked on. It's not the 4 hour. I believe it's the 1 hour. Man, Thinkorswim going crazy right now. It might actually be the 30-minute, I think. It is a 30-minute. So it's a 30-minute supply we have here just above the previous day high. So again, we break the previous day high. You want to go look long. I'm not going to look at longs unless we break above that wick first. Then there's room to the top of the wick or the top of the candle itself at 586, right? So that's going to be SPY and SPX. And again, same thing with ES. Obviously, ES and SPY are the same thing. So the zones that I have are going to look very, very similar, right? We have the same thing going on ES, right? We have I believe it's 2 hour or a 1 hour supply just above. You can see how they are slightly different though. That's why it's important to chart both. But yeah, we have 2 hour supply. So we have the wick. And as you can see, we already had very strong reactions to that wick. You could have taken a short position here. But again, the day itself was just so fucking disgusting. It wasn't even worth trading in my opinion. And then we also have, I believe 30-minute as well. Let me double check. No, it's not 30-minute. I need to see where I got this second level from. I usually mark them down. Like I'll put words or whatever. I'll write it down like where I got the level from. But again, we do have the 2 hour supply here. Again, to the wick. Oh, I just have the body. So again, typical like supply and demand, if they say it's a supply zone, you're going to want to mark the zone would look like this. You would be marking the zone. Like if I grab this zone here, we would be marking it like this, right? We'd marking it to the open of the body for supply, right? So I do have that level marked, but now since I'm doing the wicks as well, I have the wick marked as a level and the body open as a level as well. So we have that. As far as demand goes, I have the small 15-minute demand. Is it 15-minute? I can't remember what it was. Was it an hour? It might be an hour. Hold on, let me double check. Let's see. Of course, I hit the wrong one. Or is it 4 hour? Yeah, so I have this very small, like, because it's not super strong, because this candle is big, but it's much bigger than this candle here, but that's not super large. It obviously was a very nice pivot area, so there definitely can be unfilled orders in this area. So I'm going to be watching this as first demand on the 1 hour. As far as demand outside of that on ES, let's take a look at the 1 hour. Can't see where I got this last one. I think it was 30-minute. Yeah, so we have this 30-minute demand here. As you can see, we would originally take this from the wick low to the open of this candle, but we're also doing the wicks now. So I'm going to have this 30-minute demand zone marked out in ES as well. Okay. So lastly, let's go to IWM. IWM haven't been trading as much, but I still chart it every day. Previous day high, previous day low. Okay. Previous day high was really just the same as the other day. We did have like these pre-market wicks up here. I'm not going to move the level just because I really want to I keep it strict to literally the opening of the day, which is this 8:30 candle. So kept that range there because we didn't break it. We pretty much stayed mostly in the range from the previous day. So we have this previous day low here as well on Friday. That was a previous resistance as well. So really, like, I would be looking at shorts if we got under here at 224, right? And then we have a previous day close down here that we never retested. That could be a good profit target on the way down to 221. IWM, that said though, I'm not bearish on. You know, we had this flag, and just previously, like earlier in this year, we had this beautiful 4-hour flag and daily flag develop here. Had a really nice break. We had the same thing here. I watched this. I wanted to swing it. I didn't. Same thing here. Wanted to swing it. Didn't. I actually wanted to swing this, but I didn't have buying power for it because Monday, the bank holiday, was closed. Or the bank holiday didn't have any buy. My cash didn't settle, so could not take a position there. But really, for IWM, I mean, really what we have left is this major supply zone. We're kind of like in this disgusting, massive daily supply. So until we chew through all those orders, looks like we're getting through though from here to here. As you can see, we're already getting through it nicely. Really over 228 is where I'm looking at longs again. And at that point, you know, we're really going to have to look at like the monthly and the weekly chart here, right? This is the 10-year monthly. So these couple wicks here is going to be my next level at like this 230, really the next whole psych. And then if I go down to the weekly chart, you can't even see it all. So it's really going to be whole psych numbers after that, or any wicks that I can gather up. But I'll be looking, and maybe I can expand the chart. I'll probably if we do get over 228, I'll probably look at IWM. I'll probably get the weekly chart and expand it to like 5 years, and that'll help out. But anyways, did not meet the goal of keeping this video under 8 minutes. I just have too much to talk about. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, again, like I said, please consider dropping a like, comment, subscribe it. Whatever you want, I would appreciate it greatly. Hope you all have an amazing week inside and outside of the market, and I'll see you in the next watch list.